a lot for that. Let me also bring Vahishta in. She has the list of entire stocks that you should watch out for in today's trading session. And Vahishta, of course, let's start off with TCS.
Yes, that's right, Pavitra. TCS is, of course, the big one in the pack. It reported a good quarter with a beat on revenues and on the margins. The US dollar revenues grew by 1.4% to $6,877 million, while the rupee revenue was up higher at 4.8% to 55,300 crores. Moving on to Infosys, when the company has said that they will consider a proposal for buyback of shares on the 13th of October. So some good news for both the IT players. Moving on to Jtl Infra, the consolidated revenue for Q2 of the ongoing financial year has grown by 14% year-on-year to 300 crores. For Panacea Biotec, the company has received a long-term supply order worth $127 million, which is approximately 1,000 crores from the UNICEF and Pan American Health Organization. For India Cement, the news is that the company has sold its entire shareholding in Springway Mining to JSW Cement. For Adani Ports, the company has received an NCLT approval for the acquisition of the Gangavaram port. And the last one on my radar is Inox Wind, wherein its subsidiary Inox Green Energy Services has sold the entire equity shareholding which was held in Wind 1 Renergy, Wind 3 Renergy and Wind 5 Renergy to Adani Green Energy. Back to you.
All right, Vaishya, thanks a lot for that entire list of stocks. We're going to watch out for all of these in today's trading session. And finally, let's bring in Nigel, who's looking at all of the cues from the futures and options space. Hi, Nigel.
Well, morning, Pavitra. First up on the institutional floors, the FIs, they continue to sell, but the DIs, they put in larger amount of money. Keep in mind, the FI participation yesterday was relatively lower. Now, the live indicator we have is the premium or the discount on the Nifty futures. And yesterday, it moved into a discount, telling you that there was some short positioning. And that perfectly, ties in because on the Nifty open interest, there was a big surge. You have close to around 8% in terms of open interest build up. So that told you that there was some kind of build up on the short side on the Nifty. While on the Nifty Bank, it appears some of those shorts, well, they were covering some positions in trade yesterday. What does the FIs do, though, in the FNO market? Well, they added shorts. Close to 14,000 short contracts is what they added, and the short positioning goes to around 82% odd. On the index option side, you're not getting any big direction. They're writing, they're buying puts as well as calls, so that was pretty much even-stevens. Two strikes we're looking at. 17,200 call, that was very active yesterday. The premium was around 150 rupees. Telling you the first resistance comes in at around the 17,350. On the downside, the 17,000 put was very active. The premium out there is around 50 rupees. So 16,950, that becomes the first level of support. The broad range, though, will be 16,950 to around 17,500, which perfectly ties in 20 and 50 DMA, resistance zone out there. While on the downside, you have the 200 DMA, that's a bit of a support zone. The Nifty Bank, that's the star, that's the joker in the pack. Last couple of sessions, they've come off the day's low. And also, on a closing basis, the closure around that 50 DMA. You'd like it to cross that level and then make a bit of a dart to around 20 DMA. So IT will support to start, but Nifty Bank needs to do what it's been doing in the last few days. For the last few days, you're buying the dip, so you enter when the Nifty is around 100, 150 points odd. It's been working, so I guess the bulls will try that yet again. For starters, good to see that the SGX Nifty is indicating a pullback. So maybe you get a deeper downtick, then in fact, that could possibly get bought into. Back to you.
All right, Nigel, Vivek, as well as Vahishta, thank you all very much for joining us and taking us through the trade setup this morning. With that, it's time for our first short break on the show. But when